Okay.
Perfect. High energy, high octane, Reasonable Doubt podcast.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Reasonable Doubt podcast, episode 74. As always, we are your hosts, Eric C. Griff.
And Chicka J Money.
How we doing? We were just saying you look good.
Yeah,
You look...
less bags, folks.
Christian slept for once. He figured it out. It's good for you.
Apparently,
you look good. You look trim too.
Yeah, it's literally just from sleeping.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually, I was learning about this. A guy that I know
Yeah.
that listens to the pod.
Okay.
I'm going to plug him a little bit. Godden Performance. Godden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see you look up his account all the time on our Instagram.
On our Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like the only account searched.
Yeah. So, he put up a bunch of stuff about sleep, and I went on a bit of a deep dive with the sleep.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's proven that if you don't sleep enough, you can do a lot, and your body will hold on to a lot of weight.
Yep.
Yeah, like, it's really important to sleep.
It is really important to sleep.
I know that sounds insane
People are
to
saying...
some of you, but to me, it's like, that's interesting news. I wasn't aware how important it is.
Yeah, I looked up some stuff, or I remember reading some stuff about sleep, where with, like, the grind culture
Yeah.
that we, like, cultivate now,
Which is what we do.
which is
all
what we
the
do,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Very hypocritical for me to talk about it, or us to talk about it.
Yeah.
But the grind culture, the lack of sleep is going to be the equivalent of, like, how much people smoked. You know, when
Okay,
people are
yeah.
like, I can't believe everybody smoked, and they smoked so much, like, didn't they know it's bad for you?
That's what'll happen.
That's what's going to happen, because not getting, like, 7+ hours of sleep a night
every single night.
every single night at the same time
Yeah.
is, like,
That's a big
really
one is
bad for
people
you.
have really variant schedules so they don't sleep at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
I'd never
I
ever
never
sleep at the same time.
I'll go to bed as early as 10
Yeah.
to like 4.
Yeah, if I'm pooched, if I've had my ass handed to me all week, then
Yeah.
I might get a day where I pass out at like 9.
Yeah.
But then the next night I might not get to bed till 1 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If I work like day and night, then it might be like 1:30 I go to bed.
Well, then they're talking about too, like, you have to, like, set a bedtime for yourself.
Yeah, like they
And
did
it's
with
like-
children.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason you do it with kids,
Yeah,
right?
now I realize
Yeah.
that it's important.
Yeah, because I'm just a little baby boy.
I'm
and I have
growing
to be
into an
tucked into
adult.
my bed.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, everyone always does the, well, I'm not tired. And it's like, yes, you are.
You are.
Just have to force yourself.
You're just functioning.
You're just
Yeah,
functioning.
this is the thing is I realized, like, because I'd have so many days and I was like, oh, it's got to be a health issue or something. Or I'm not eating clean enough.
Yeah.
Where I'm like falling asleep in the middle of the day. But I realized that's not what it is at all. It's just that I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah. And we jack ourselves up with caffeine.
Yeah.
And we look at screens all the time, which have blue light, which can,
Yeah.
like, trick your brain into thinking it's daytime. If you, like, actually put your phone in another room and go to bed, turn the lights off, and shut your eyes with nothing playing, you'll fall asleep in half an hour.
Yeah.
Every single
Which
time.
is crazy.
Which is crazy. You will do it.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to just lay there and pretend to be asleep.
Did you ever
You know?
end up looking up Dr. Matthew Walker?
No, I didn't.
He was on like JRE. I saw him before he went on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And he was talking, I think I saw him on a TED Talk first.
Okay.
He's like a neurologist.
Okay.
Specifically focuses on sleep.
Okay.
And talks about like all the big figures in pop culture and like politics that have boasted not sleeping and not needing a lot of sleep. All of them died of like dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like it's
for your brain.
directly correlated to...
Or they're lying.
Yeah, or they lie.
Right?
Yeah. But no, like, he named a bunch of people that, like Nixon and Reagan and stuff, and like they all got dementia.
That's true.
Horrendously. And died from it.
Yeah.
Because
what a fucking nightmare.
What a nightmare, because you didn't sleep enough.
Yeah, and you can't go back. You can't go back and sleep more.
You can't... So sleep debt, the idea of sleep debt, I guess, is bullshit.
Oh, like I'll make it up?
Yeah, I'll make it up.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't. Like, it'll make you feel better, but it's still like you've done damage to your
Permanent
brain.
damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Plus,
I mean,
you know, pimps like us, not a lot of time for sleeping.
the last
you know what I mean?
5 years of my life of not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because of all the...
Just fucking work. Yeah, all the fucking, that's what it was.
Yeah, all the sex.
All the sex I had. Yeah.
Not that I have, that I had. I can't have sex, I'm too busy working.
I'm too busy working now. I don't have time for that shit.
Unless I can get this done in 3 minutes. Which, you know.
I can.
I can. Sometimes if you know what you're doing, 3 is all you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, in minutes and inches.
Yeah.
Not saying for me, but statistically.
Some
guys
talking about other people.
Yeah, talking about a buddy of mine has a really small penis.
A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah,
of
asking
mine.
for a buddy. His penis is so small and ugly, actually. He can only have sex with the lights off.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I actually know people like that.
What, because they're scared of how their dick looks?
Because they're so fucked up. They have so many, like, body image problems.
That's so sad.
Dude, it's fuck. Man, I think that body image issues are, like, are at an exorbitant rate.
Yeah?
Yes. I think we're not aware of how bad people really are.
I think people blame it on, like, supermodels and stuff,
it's
but I don't
not.
think it is.
I think it's society. I think a lot of it's, like, social media.
Yeah.
That you sit there and peruse these people all day.
Yeah.
Because there have been hot supermodels around forever.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? People just didn't stare at magazines all the time back in the day.
Yeah, and I guess social media is the magazines of our time.
Yeah, you're fucking on... I'm on social media all the time.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And the only girls that come up in your feed are probably just 10s, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And then I see
people
them
felt a
hanging
lot
out with
better.
a dude that looks basically exactly like me. But
Yeah,
I'm
also
like,
a 10, yeah.
and
I
I'm
see
like,
some ripped, tanned,
yeah, I'm like,
good-looking
that's
dude. I'm like,
me.
that looks like me. Like, I look like the guys that work out on the beach
Yeah.
in Miami. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the
Or like
Venice Beach.
Yeah, Venice Beach and shit like that. That's
Yeah.
what I look like, at least in my own head.
And that's what I think.
Yeah.
Basically, like Arnold in his prime,
Yeah, but
you know?
better in the face.
Better in the face. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Arnold was actually a super handsome dude.
Yeah, but he got that German face.
Ah, yes.
You know what
Nazis.
He's got the Utermensch face. You know what I
Obermensch.
mean? Yeah, Uber. Unter is
Yeah.
ugly, right? Like that's the
I
bad
think,
one.
yeah. The Ubermensch, or...
Yeah, Ubermensch was the Aryans, and then
That's
the
like the
Untermensch.
supreme race.
Yeah,
Which, didn't Ubermensch come from Nietzsche?
yeah, I think
it
so.
does come from him.
Yeah,
Because he's not talking about like blonde white folk. He's just talking about that people who are morally loose with their compass,
I
that
think so.
they're a superior. Because his quote, the famous quote is, morality is a concept invented by the inferior race of man to hold back the superior race of man.
yeah,
Because he believed that, like, if you were superior, you just do whatever needs to be done to accomplish a goal.
yeah.
Which, I mean,
I guess so.
fair enough.
Ends justify the means and all that.
Yeah, like, we could sit here...
There's a lot of people who've thought that in history, and you don't look on them very positively.
No, you don't. But it's funny. We look at a lot of things very positively. How many of these fucking people who are, like, all caught up in arms about human rights and such...
Yeah.
and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but like social justice warrior type. But then they'll idolize like the pyramids and it's an amazing human accomplishment, or like New York City. It's like, you know how many people lost their lives
In New York City, are we talking about 9/11?
Dude, no, just to build it. Just to
I know.
fucking build it,
Yeah.
man. That's iron workers from New York. Those guys had they didn't even have harnesses and shit.
There's a really interesting thing if you look into how Central Park was made.
Really?
You ever read on that?
No.
Because before Central Park, there were like buildings there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like neighborhoods of Manhattan, and
And they turned it into a park.
they turned it into a park.
That's good.
yeah,
positive.
But it was the poorest neighborhood of Manhattan that they decided to tear down. Obviously.
Well, I mean, Trump ran for office.
Wait, what's that got to do with it?
Kicked a black family out of their home. It's just the New York way.
That is just the New York way.
Yeah.
He's actually like so bad for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And like kicking people out and not paying people who work
Yep.
for him and shit. He was so bad for that.
What a guy.
I know it's the Trump thing is always hilarious to me.
People love Trump.
People love Trump, and it's people that Trump hates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trump does not like fucking working class people from the South.
No. This
Not
is
a
what
chance. Like
this-
he's a New York real estate guy. He's fucking. He's a
real estate mogul.
yeah. He's
Like-
he's got soft hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is
That
what I
guy
don't
has soft
understand.
hands.
The amount of guys that like. Okay, I've never understood this. The most like impoverished born to work, working yourself to death
Yeah.
people I know
Yeah.
are ultra conservative.
Yeah.
And it's like
You're not helping yourself.
none of them want you to succeed.
No.
You have to understand the people at the high end of this, they believe you have a place.
Yeah.
Your place is making them money.
Yeah, exactly.
Your place is being poor and fucking being forced to work till you can't.
Exactly.
Till your body gives out and you can't do it anymore. And then they'll find something else for you to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Like die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always kills me. And like you see it all the time online. It's super cringy. They try to make Trump look out to be like buff and like super manly and shit when he's so not.
No, he's a
He's
potato
like-
sack Cheeto dust.
Yeah, he's fucking slippery and he always looks kind of wet. And if you ever see where he stands, he like leans forward, like his stomach over his toes. You know what I mean? But they always like, there's always like cartoons of him and he's ripped and stuff. It's super culty. It's
I
very
don't get
strange.
it. I don't get it.
I can't wait for that to be over.
It's more than just him too. Like I rip on Trump, but it's like basically the entirety. It makes me realize where people's heads are at because it's the entirety of like any political system.
Yeah.
That they're like, look at this guy, he cares about us. No, he is a fucking multimillionaire. He doesn't give a shit about you.
Well, it
You
kind
know?
of turns into like, it's almost like sports teams.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You have your team that you support,
yeah,
and then they like treat it like sports teams with their favorite players.
yeah. And
shit.
it's like, oh yeah, like they love me.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Like I would
Like
be,
I care more about you, do than any politician will ever care about your well-being.
I'm just saying, in like not a political rally scenario, if I saw someone I know wearing a politician's name on like their shirt or their hat, I would be super embarrassed for them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You'd be like, the fuck.
The MAGA hat and shit like that. That's
Yeah.
hella embarrassing. You should be embarrassed yourself.
Well, now we have. Yeah, we won't get into it too deep.
all right.
I don't want to get right into it.
I was having a little talk earlier today.
Okay, go ahead.
About people and their pets and how there seems to be like a scale, like a
Of
spectrum
insanity?
of like having cats and dogs on one end and then the other end goes to like crazy people pets.
Where they have a cat, but it's their child, and they treat it as such.
Not so much that, but like they have like a goat in their apartment.
Oh,
you know what I
or
mean?
like
Like-
potbelly pigs in their apartment.
Yeah, like the pig that you saw that one time.
I know a guy who owns a pig.
Do you really?
He lives in an apartment.
Man, that's gotta stink.
It's litter trained.
Something tells me a pig has some pretty hot shits.
Dude, it poops in the litter box.
That's so
But yeah, there was also that pig that I saw inside.
Yeah.
That was different, but yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as like a teacup pig, is there?
I don't know what the deal is with
I
the
don't think
little
they
potbellies.
say
I think they
small.
don't stay that small forever.
No, I think it's just a
eventually
baby
they have
pig.
to put you have to put them outside.
Yeah.
I think there are like they're not teacup, but they're like pygmy,
Yeah.
right?
And like those still get pretty big though, like the size of a dog.
Yeah.
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 You know? I'm
Yeah.
just wondering like what kind of pets are like red flags to you? Like if you saw someone with them.
Birds.
Yeah.
Birds are a red flag. You
Birds
hear
are
that?
creepy.
Do you hear that, brother-in-law? Birds are a red flag.
It's like you want company around all the time with a bird because
Yeah,
they talk at you.
There's so much attention required for them.
Yeah.
It trips me out. What are you doing with your day that you want a fucking bird? Like, I have shit to do. I don't have time for a bird.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I want them flying around it'd be like owning a squirrel.
There are people that do that though.
That's fucked.
People
Why
own,
would
like
you
sugar
ever
gliders and shit.
Yeah, what? They just fucking decide to do insane shit.
Like, I
and
don't
you
get
have
it.
zero control. If my dog starts to bark too much, I'm like, hey! And it's like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? And it's like, yeah, you're right. That was insane.
Yeah, you're right, dog. Thanks, I was out of line. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, your whole place has to be fucked up if you have these weird pets.
Where it's just or people who have capuchin monkeys.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified of monkeys.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Like, I like them in enclosures and stuff, but if there was a monkey, like, in the room with me, like, I'd be, like, one eye on him all the time. And, like, my fucking fight or flight would be at the peak. I would maintain that the whole time. I would be in fight and flight for fucking 45 minutes. Dude, I'm not even fucking around. You look in a monkey's eyes, and they're so close to us. You've seen monkeys, obviously.
Oh, and the little wrinkles around their eyes and stuff,
Yeah.
and they, like, look around, and you're like, it's thinking what I'm thinking.
Like, I can look other animals in the eye. Like, you look a fucking goat in the eye, there's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at a monkey, and if you make eye contact, they hate that.
Yeah, they're like...
Right? But, like, you can look in a monkey's eyes and be like, yeah, we're cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
There's
For
something
sure.
in there, like, I could really get you fucking riled up if I wanted to.
Yeah, like, you understand how that works.
Like, non-physically, I could get this monkey fucking raging.
Yeah.
If I fucking showed my teeth and was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I could get him going, and he would fuck my life up. I would be different.
Even a little capuchin monkey, I think you'd have it'd be a handful.
How big is a capuchin monkey?
Like this tall.
Yeah, that'd fuck me up.
Dude.
I'd lose, like, my lips.
Yeah, it'd
You know
just
what I
start
mean?
grabbing at you
And biting.
Yeah.
And fucking, they don't
have
have...
sharp teeth and they're strong.
Like, I could maybe win the fight, but I'd be different.
I feel like a capuchin monkey is probably as strong as my girlfriend.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like, they're
Yeah.
really small, but they're so dense
They're
and
explosive.
Yeah. Oh, no way, man. It'd fuck me up.
The only advantage you would have is reach.
Reach
but
and
the
height.
thing could jump at you.
Well, this is the thing. They're faster and they react. Like, primates didn't develop language the way we did because their short-term memory's so fast.
Yeah.
Because they process info so quickly.
Yeah.
So, like, they react to situations way faster than we do.
Yeah.
Way
Instinct,
faster.
too. Like, there's no reasoning there.
No, they're just
See,
like, this is what I do to survive.
That's the thing. When I look in their eyes, they're not thinking about anything. But
They're just
the
analyzing
base-
the situation the whole time.
the base there
Yeah.
is the same. And
It
that's what
trips me
freaks
out.
me out.
I do know what you're saying. They're not, there maybe is some form of reasoning, but it's like, they're just sitting there taking in info, like scanning their surroundings. That's
Yeah.
all they do. And it's like, eerie.
It's just looking for, like, escape routes and, like, who he's got to go through
Yeah.
to get the escape route.
Yeah.
And he could go through me.
That's what I don't like about birds. Birds are, I don't know, man.
The way their head...
Yeah, I don't trust them. They're always looking, and it's like, calm the fuck down, man. Yeah.
Yo, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, like, and you just know they don't trust you, no matter what. They don't trust you.
One of our dishwashers at work got a monkey high because he's from Brazil, and he showed me a picture of it. It was pretty fucking crazy.
Was it like a pet monkey?
No, they have monkeys everywhere. They were telling me. They just run through the city, and you have to leave, like, little offerings for these monkeys. You have to, like, leave out a little bit of food for them all the time, and they'll just come by and swoop it. Because if you don't leave them food,
They'll tear your shit apart.
they'll get in your place and they'll take your food.
Yeah.
And they'll make a fucking mess of it. So
Yeah.
just leave them, like, half a banana, and they'll, like, just take it and then go down and
Go to the next place.
go to the next place. Because they'll also, like, steal valuables. They they, like, look at jewelry and they're like,
It's
"Woo!"
shiny. Yeah.
And they'll just take it.
Yeah, which is fucked.
Yeah. And they'll
We
take...
should train jewel thief monkeys.
That's a good idea.
That's actually a
it's
sick
plausible
idea.
deniability, too.
Yeah, but I didn't know what he was doing.
I don't know this guy.
Who's this fucking monkey? Edward, stop. Stop. That's a great name for a monkey.
I think the bigger monkeys freak me out less.
Or
though.
Ken.
Ken the monkey?
Ken the
Well,
monkey.
George.
George is too weird.
What do you mean? Curious George.
Yeah, I know. I don't want
You
my
could be
monkey
the
to
man
be
in the yellow
curious.
hat.
I don't want my monkey to be curious. I
They
want
will
him to be
be.
disciplined.
It won't be. You come home, your monkey's doing push-ups.
Yeah, that's the kind of monkey
Your
I want.
monkey's eating like Vector cereal, like
Yeah,
getting
he's like,
pumped
yo,
up for the
sick.
day.
We ready?
Vector cereal is kind of fucking,
It's kind of fucked up.
kind of
gross.
fucked up. I don't think of athletes eating cereal.
They don't.
No, because they
They
don't.
don't.
Right?
They don't. They wake up in the morning, they have a smoothie and maybe some eggs and bacon. Yeah.
It's like Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, for the active guy. Like pro athletes, I don't think drink beer really
They don't.
during the season at
No,
least.
they drink beer on special occasions when they want a beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't drink. Well, maybe baseball players.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
I saw a thing for the 2004 World Series Red Sox team, and it was like their rules for like visiting teams and stuff like for the season.
Yeah.
And it was like beer will be provided in the dugout, beer will be provided in the clubhouse after the game. You're not allowed to leave with the beer, and don't get too fucked up.
That's if you go to Boston to play?
Yeah, like you are like this is for the Red Sox. So
If
even
they
if they
show up.
travel, they bring beer with them, or they like get beer there. And they're like, yeah, we're bringing this beer. Your curfew, if you have a day game the next day, is 1 a.m. And if you have a night game the next day, it's 2 a.m. Which is that's a
pretty
lot of
flexible.
leash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. You're a grown-ass man. You should be able to make it back in time for your game.
That's crazy, actually, to think for a pro athlete.
Yeah, to like go get fucked up to like, and it's like 12:30. You're like, fuck, I gotta
gotta
pitch
go.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't call in sick to this.
Yeah. How weird is that? They can't call in sick.
Not really, no.
They got to be like they seen by the doctor and they go, yeah, they're not playing.
Yeah, the doctor has to say it. You can't just like not feel it that day.
Yeah. Well, Vince Carter tried that and look how his career fizzled
Did
out.
Michael Jordan play with the flu? Not a thing.
Yeah,
It was like a big thing.
Didn't he play with the flu in the champions?
Yeah,
in
like the championship game.
Yeah.
I think there's that really famous picture of him like Game 5, bent over with the towel around
and he's
his head.
sweating like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
because he's got the flu, and he put up like insane points,
Yeah.
probably 40 points or whatever.
Because he's not a bitch.
Because he's not bitch made.
Yeah.
I feel like that sometimes when I go to work super hungover. I feel like Jordan in Game 5.
Dude, I've wondered if... Okay, so for people who like never drink or smoke...
Fuck out of here.
They get sick, like legitimately sick.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I got legitimately sick.
Really?
COVID,
Really?
actually getting COVID and being like, yo, I'm fucking out of commish.
I had norovirus
Oh, yeah, you did have norovirus.
8 months ago or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That
was
fucked
sketchy.
me up. I've had
Yeah.
colds, but you just live your life through the cold.
Yeah, I don't even really recognize it. though.
No, because I feel like shit most of the time.
Yeah, so it
So
doesn't
it's like,
matter.
I'm usually either having a headache, throwing up, or shitting myself. And if those just happen to happen at the same time, then
who
it's
knows?
like, oh fuck, bad roll today.
Yeah,
Maybe tomorrow will be better. I'm probably sick.
Maybe
I don't
we're
know.
just perpetually sick and we have
Maybe.
no idea.
And then one day we're gonna be cured and just feel so great.
Okay, so I am thinking about this. This is a serious thing. I think on September 2nd, for my birthday, I'm going to quit drinking and smoking for a year.
A year.
1 year.
Ooh,
I know. It's going to go over your birthday. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Anything that would last a year would.
Yeah, I would. We could wait and I could start it on your birthday, and that way
But then you're gonna miss 2 birthdays.
No, the next time I would drink would be your birthday again.
Oh, I'm just okay. I
Like,
think
I would
this is-
drink on your birthday, and I would go and drink on your birthday again.
I think you'll last 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Yeah. You've
What's-
done a sober month before. I know you can do it.
Yeah, I can do a sober
And
month.
you were miserable. You need it. It's part of you.
It is. It's definitely like part of my routine for stress relief.
Yeah. You know how you get if you don't smoke.
I'm
You
great, man.
No offense. you're a little bitchy. Right. I love you, but you're kind of a prick.
Yeah.
And you say rude things to people when you don't smoke. To the point where every time you talk about smoking, most important people in your life tell you not to. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because
Like, I'm going to quit smoking. People are like, you don't need to.
Wasn't there a time a family member of yours made a totally reasonable comment and you lost it and almost left the family?
Yes. Yeah.
And that was, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. Not even. I think it was like 8 days into quitting.
You were already over the hump, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The hump is like 3-4 days.
It just makes me on edge. I think part of it's that I'm stressed a lot, like most of the time.
Yeah.
And then smoking just helps me to be less stressed.
Yeah, it's fantastic for that.
Yeah, that's
It's like the best part.
Yeah.
Because you get to sit down.
Yeah, the alternative would be that I get high all the time, and I don't want to do that because I'll be an idiot.
Yeah. I'd rather you be angry than dumb.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I can deal with
It's
that.
fair. It's fair.
I can deal with angry you. I can't deal with dumb you.
I can't deal with you being fucking high all the time.
I can't handle anybody being high all the time. I actually think it's kind of rude. It's where I've gotten in my life.
It bothers me.
Where it's like, man, this is like someone's wedding. Like, you shouldn't have fucking popped an edible before.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
okay, I'm also at that point where, like, I have friends who get high a lot, but it's like, there's a time and place. Some people I don't care because they handle their shit,
Yeah.
like, and you would never know.
It's still a little disrespectful to me, I think.
Because I think there's people where you know, and they think they're real sly, and you're like, you're not.
No, you're just like,
Yeah, like, you're obviously high as fuck. Like, our buddy who listens to the podcast,
yeah.
he smokes a lot of weed.
Okay.
And I wouldn't know. I've smoked with him and forgotten that he's high like 20 minutes later.
Oh, really?
Like, been with him and like I'll have a cigarette and he's having a joint and we go out and do something and then I forget that he's high.
Oh, shit.
And you just don't know.
What you should do
But
is
he's rare. He's very rare.
Yeah, he's very rare. Some people need to be like high all the time.
And those people
I think it's
seem high all the time.
Yeah, because it's just who they are now.
Yeah.
And it's always sad because then sometimes you'll catch them when they're not high and be like, wow, you're actually like a much better person.
Yeah.
When you're like more alert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or you got to work with him and you're like, bro, you're fucking stoned.
Oh, the work.
Again.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like did you rip a bong toke and then go straight to work?
Yes.
Because like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't like just have
Some
two
people-
beers and be like, dude, I gotta have my beers before work.
Some people do, though.
I don't know. I think if you need weed to survive in your life, you're weak.
Wow.
That's my hot take.
You
that's-
work with a guy who does that.
I don't think he needs to. I think he wants to.
Yeah, that's true.
If you fall, like, I have more respect if you're like, yeah, I just want to be high all the time. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I also
Do what you want.
Yeah.
I want to be drunk all the time, but I can't.
Yeah.
So, like, go for it. But, like, people that are like, I fucking need this, bro. I'm going to have a fucking panic attack if I don't
Yeah,
smoke
people
weed."
who freak out
Yeah.
if they don't. It's like
They're, like,
and
smoking resin and shit.
I get
You're
that
like,
there's people who are like, there's medicinal application. Like,
Yeah,
it's a
obviously
very
that's an
nuanced. It's a
exception.
very nuanced thing, right? Because there's people I know that
I think
do
people
it.
that need insulin every day are weak.
Yeah, like there's people I know that do it for like legitimate pain control.
Yeah,
And it's
fine.
like, that's fair. Like, what are you gonna do? It's better than jumping on fucking oxys.
yeah,
You know, like
I love pill guys. Pill guys
oh,
are awesome.
They're the worst. They're the fucking worst.
Looking for a
You
fragment.
know what?
Looking for a fragment in the carpet with their phone flashlight.
Just
like
you
their head on
saying
the-
that makes me think I would rather someone be stoned all the time than be a fucking pill guy.
Yeah, pill guys are hilarious.
Dude, they come in, they're sweaty as fuck.
Yeah.
Because their body's constantly in like a fucking full panic mode.
Like, it's always like, it's so retro
Yeah.
now to be
Yeah.
a pill guy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? To be like, yeah, I'm just like super hooked on painkillers.
Yeah, I love perks. It's like,
They're
bro,
like-
what?
They've like got both doors open on their car and they're like ripping up the carpet because they think they dropped a pill.
It's retarded.
It's awesome. I love those guys.
Oh, God.
Because like coke guys are just super on blow. Like, that you obviously need a certain level of income to be on blow
Yeah.
all the time. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They kind of suck,
Meth-
too.
Like, the meth stuff is sad.
It's sad at that point. Yeah, it's depressing.
sad.
Same with heroin.
Yeah.
Guys who are into heroin.
Yeah.
Rare nowadays.
Rare.
But it's there. I've seen
know,
it. And
like-
that's, like, depressing.
But pill guys, man, there's something about
Same
it.
with kind of booze bags. There's booze bags that are like weekend warriors, and it's like, okay, whatever, you're a fun time. But people who are drunk day in and day out,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, man,
Reaching for the vodka at 8 in the morning.
with the shakes.
The shakes.
Yeah, it's like,
Ooh.
geez, buddy.
I've had the
jeez.
shakes. They're not fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever had the shakes?
I've had the shakes. After like a hard night drinking.
Yeah. And you're like a
Or-
little yellow.
Yeah, like I remember when I went to Cuba.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's
like
a hell of a place.
day 4.
Yeah.
I was like going up to the bar in the morning. I'm like, hey, can I get a coffee with rum?
You know what's gonna stop this?
Yeah,
Anything that's gonna stop
anything.
this.
You got Bailey's? Yeah, Bailey's, spike it with rum.
I think it was it was like one of our staff parties where I woke up the next day and my eyes were yellow.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, I had the full shakes, and I was like, it was like the summer, I think.
You had to go pretty hard for that.
Yeah,
That's how you know Joe and Josh is depressed.
I did go really hard, and we had like an after party that went really late.
Yeah.
And I just drank buckets and buckets.
I can't
and
do it
buckets.
anymore. I can't do it anymore.
No,
It's
I
not. I'm like,
I pay for it, but I can.
okay, I can, but I won't because the next day is too bad now.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
old.
I'm past it. I don't even want to think about it. I do have something interesting for you.
All right, what's up?
The EU is. This is an idea I had as a child. I just
Okay.
want to say this. So, European Union, get on my fucking level, dude.
You thought about it first?
I thought about it first.
Wasn't the EU like 90s?
Okay, no, but now they're talking about doing something now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the EU is talking about to deal with climate control that they're going to put a bunch of enormous reflective panels to reflect the sunshine off the Earth and back out into space.
Isn't that the thing that global warming does? It bounces off the Earth and then bounces off the gases and comes back down. Isn't that the greenhouse gas effect?
Yeah, like, yes, but I can't remember why this is different. Because I think it's not just sunlight, it's heat.
Okay.
It's heat that's coming
Yeah,
off the
we
Earth
did
and then
find out
comes
that
back.
one time we talked about how cities are hotter because
And I
there's
was
no
right.
shade. There's not enough shade anymore.
And I was
I
right.
made fun of you and you were right. And I apologize. Because you were sort of right. You just said it.
It was a stoned thought.
There's not enough shade.
It's like there's not enough fucking trees keeping shade on the ground.
That's true.
Which is exactly what it is, though. It's
Yeah.
that, like, there's too much open ground surface for the, like, crust to
Just
heat up.
concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to absorb heat.
Why don't we just make 2 really big ice cubes
Okay.
and then dump them in the water? I want you to tell me why that wouldn't work.
Because ice cubes melt, Josh.
Yeah, problem number 1, ice melt.
Ice melt.
All right, back to the drawing board.
Problem number 2. It just seems kind of retarded.
It is. Because
Yeah.
it would take more energy to make the ice cube.
Vastly more.
A lot of energy. That would
Although I
probably-
wonder if we brought a bunch of fresh water up north,
Okay.
like tons of it,
Okay.
to start shipping water north and then try and rebuild the ice caps with it.
Just like spray it on top of the hose.
Just spray it on top and try and ice it back out. I bet you we could.
Yeah.
With like a united global effort. I bet you could rebuild a large portion of the ice
I think
cap.
shipping the ice up there would.
Yeah, well,
awful.
shipping's atrocious right now, yeah.
I think what everybody needs to do for half an hour each day in their air-conditioned apartments is just open the window. Let some of the AC out. Cool the earth.
You know what you ideally do is don't run air conditioning.
Yeah, that's what you ideally do. But you know what? I'm a first world guy. I'm
Yeah.
going to use my first world comforts.
Yeah.
Which is an air
AC
conditioning.
literally takes the heat from inside your house and puts it outside.
Yeah. Yeah, it really just pumps hotter air. You ever like stand at the vent?
Yeah.
Of your
It's
AC?
like 12 degrees hotter usually.
Yeah, it's crazy hot. It also takes moisture out of the air,
Yeah, it does.
which is nuts.
Yeah, which doesn't help either.
No.
Although we've had a lot of
it's-
rain lately. I'm happy about
It's
that.
fucking humid today.
It
and
is.
it's getting worse for the next 5 days.
Well, it's because it's supposed to just rain.
Is it really?
It's supposed to rain and be like 35 degrees.
That fucking sucks. It's like breathing
Dude,
soup.
don't
man.
even tell me. I'm looking at moving. I want to move to LA so fucking bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Just beach time all the time.
Man, okay, here, let me just show you real quick. Let's look it up. It is 7-Eleven. What's the date today? On July 3rd. Monday, July 3rd. And currently in Los Angeles, California,
To
it
be
is
specific.
24 degrees.
That's lovely. That's lovely weather.
Oh, and at 7, oh no. It's going to drop down to 20 degrees.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then overnight, it's going to go down to a beautiful 17.
I love that.
Perfect. You don't even need AC.
No. It's dry too, isn't it?
I think relatively, and
Yeah.
the ocean's right there. You get a
The
nice
ocean.
ocean breeze. The ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah,
Talking
man.
about chillins. out to
Tomorrow
the
they
ocean.
have a high of 25.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I think the smog in LA is pretty brutal though, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be bad, but
Which
I mean,
doesn't help.
that's every big city.
I guess. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about that actually.
About the smog.
No, that's July 3rd, which means when this comes out, it'll be July 5th. And I wanted to say a happy 4th of July to all our American listeners.
Yeah.
These colors don't run. Do your best, bald eagle. Screech. No.
Bald eagles actually have a real pussy scream.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
We use hawks. We use
the
hawks
hawk,
in movies.
The red tail hawk or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what we use
you
in movies. It's, yeah.
That
yeah.
one? Like
Bald
when the-
eagles actually sound like... That's it.
Could you imagine? Why is the bald eagle the state's animal?
Because they're fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, they don't sound cool. You think if you're America, you gotta have the whole package. Like if the A-10 warthog flies above, right? Just dusts a bunch of civilians. And you need a sound to go with that. You're not gonna use you're gonna use the like you know what I mean?
Yeah, here, hold up. I'm bringing it up.
You're bringing it up?
I'm going to bring up the sound so people can hear what a little
Okay.
bitch the...
I wanna hear.
Wait for it.
He's taking his time.
He's taking his sweet fucking time.
We call this padding for content, folks.
Do it.
Do the screech. This guy could have cut the video.
Yeah, what the fuck? What a fucking asshole.
It's over halfway done. And a scene change.
Why did we see...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sounds like a seagull.
Yeah. Well, they are seabirds, Josh.
They are?
Yeah.
Don't say that like that's common knowledge.
That's very common knowledge.
They're seabirds,
They're
Josh.
fishers. They fish.
I didn't know that.
What the fuck?
There's also fish in rivers.
Yeah, but I mean, they're like notoriously very popular.
Notorious.
Yes, they're very popular on the coast. That's where there's the most of them.
You say this like most people know this.
Most people definitely
This isn't
know
the truck thing again.
This is the truck thing all
It's
over
not
again.
the truck thing again. You can't say that that's a gap in my knowledge. Nobody knows where bald eagles live. I would assume the mountains.
Like, yeah, we have them here too. We have bald eagles here, and they
Yes.
live along the river. They're around, but they're like fisher birds. They're seabirds. The same way we have seagulls here
Yeah.
because they go to lakes. The bald eagles do too.
Huh. We also have hawks. in
Yeah,
downtown,
but
which
they
is
don't go
Where do hawks live then?
in
If
trees,
you know-
in forests.
Mr. knows everything about birds. Where would you find a fucking swallow?
But swallows love barns, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They make mud.
And
they make
before-
mud nests. You ever seen
Before
them?
barns?
Like before the time of barns?
Yeah.
They would have done it in like shrubbery.
Okay.
You still find them in shrubbery.
Man, you talk
low-lying
about
stuff.
fisher birds. You're thinking pelicans and seagulls. That's it.
Penguins.
Yeah, okay. Penguins, I don't count as birds.
Okay, they are definitely birds.
They don't fly. You're not a bird.
Neither do emus.
Like, yeah,
or
okay,
ostriches.
they're birds, but if I think of a bird, I'm picturing it flying. If like a penguin is just like a funny little guy that has related to
what about
birds.
kingfishers?
Huh?
Kingfisher?
I don't know this.
That's the name.
Okay,
They're
what kind
a
of bird is it? What you describe
kingfisher. They're called kingfishers.
Kingfishers? Is it like a penguin type bird, or is it like
no? They live around here. We have kingfishers here.
Okay. Like, I'm just saying, emus and ostriches, I get that they're birds, but they're like an offshoot of birds. They're like a redo. It's like, what if we like made birds, but then got rid of the tenant thing that makes birds cool?
Like, I guess that's a kingfisher.
Oh, that guy's sick.
Yeah, we have them here. Here you go, folks.
He's got a big old beak on him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they collect like minnows and shit.
Fisher bird. Do they live in the ocean?
Yeah, there you go. There's one grabbing a minnow.
Do they live in the ocean?
No, they live around here.
Common.
I'm pretty sure they'll dive right in to the water.
Yeah.
They'll like nose dive, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I like
You ever
that.
see the fish that can shoot bugs?
What?
The fish that like collect water in their mouths and like
Oh yes, I have. Yeah, and to knock like mosquitoes and shit out of
yeah,
the
like out
air.
of midair, and
Yeah.
they're like dead accurate with it, man.
Yeah, I know, that's sick. Well, if that's all you did all day, I would hope you're pretty good at it. You know, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of an animal's day is just looking to eat.
Like,
right?
are you good at cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you do it all fucking day. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah, like if they sucked at it, I'd be like, wow, how are you still in existence?
Because I'm really good at convincing people I'm good at stuff. I'm not actually that good at stuff. But you throw a few buzzwords around, like people are like, are you really, like, can you even cook? And I'm like, yo, saute flambe.
Sauté flambe.
Saute flambe entrepreneur.
Moose.
You know? I just start throwing out, like,
Gastronomy.
gastronomique.
Ah,
You know?
La Russe
Yeah,
Gastronomique. Yeah.
Baguette omelette.
Have you read La Russe?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not.
Bro,
I'm so behind on my fucking reading, man.
will you? I will get you a copy. No, I won't. I will split on a copy with you.
That we can
They're
share?
very expensive. Yeah. Yeah, because I've wanted to try and... So I had a goal for a really long time that I wanted to make every item in La Russe Gastronomique.
Okay. I'm guessing it's Old French cooking.
Yeah, it's the Encyclopedia of Gastronomy.
Okay. That would be very hard.
Yeah, I did the math on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to make 3 brand new meals every day for 4 years.
It would probably cost you $100,000.
It would cost you a fair bit, I think.
Yeah.
I think once you're going, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to try and make like every single item from that. I think if you can do that, to be honest,
Yeah.
I think if you walk up to like the board, like of trades, and are like, I've cooked every item in here, here's proof.
Yeah.
They're just gonna give you a fucking red seal. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yep, fair enough. You're better than anyone I know. Like,
Man, some of that stuff is so, like, specific too. Like, you have to have this certain vinegar or this certain wine or this certain liqueur.
Yeah.
That, like, you can only get in certain places at certain times of the year. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's crazy.
Or you need to, like, ferment almonds for fucking 6 months before you can make it. It's crazy.
Dude, and like the pastry, the knowledge for pastry.
That's what would fuck me.
Have you ever done puff pastry?
Yeah.
I've done it. I got into it for a little while, like
Where you have to, like, sheet it.
sheet it and like rolling it out and then getting butter and then like chilling butter. Then you're rolling it out.
Chilling butter enough to spread it.
Yeah, where I'm like trying to roll it out into a thing, and I'm like back in the freezer, back out, roll, back.
Because if you leave it out too long, then the butter melts. And
Yeah.
Fuck, man, making croissants.
Oh, it'd be so hard.
It's so hard. Like, pastry and baking are what would fuck me up. I can't do it.
You can still do you can still get your red seal without that.
I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't bake, though.
No,
No, fucking sucks.
you got to work on it.
I guess so.
You just got to work. I love baking.
Yeah.
I will bake with you anytime. I'm pretty
Okay.
good at it.
I like cooking. I hate baking.
I love cooking. I like baking.
I like cooking because you can change it up as you go.
The most I've done,
You can problem solve.
you can, yeah, because
If you
it's
fuck up,
fluid. It's much more fluid than
you fuck
baking.
up step 1 of your baking.
I think people have a misconception because I know bakers. Chef Mexi on Instagram.
That's another account you.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's another account you.
He's
look
an
at all
old
the
friend
time.
of mine. He's an old
Okay.
friend of mine. Known him for like most of my life.
Yeah. He's a baker.
Yes, he's an amazing baker,
Okay.
and he kind of made it clear to me that like there's fundamentals.
Oh. Am I fucking with
there
my
you go.
camera?
There's fundamentals. So they just have a very different understanding. Like if you don't understand baking, then you
Yeah.
fuck it up and you don't know, right?
Right.
Whereas you know cooking, you know how that works. They have an understanding of it. So when they fuck something up, they go, oh, well then all the ratios in their head start adjusting and they can fix it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
I get
not
you.
unfixable. They just know what all the what ratios are required to fix
Right.
whatever mistake they've made.
Like I think about baking all the time, and I think I'd be good at it. But I also all the time think about how I just want to stop eating bread.
Like, never eat it again.
I don't like the feeling that bread gives.
What bread, though?
Like just bread products. Like I could eat meat, vegetables, and
Like potato or rice forever.
yeah, or like even like peppers. Like I could eat fruit. I could eat eggs.
Maybe you're gluten intolerant.
I'm not. It doesn't make me sick.
You just don't like it.
But I feel like bread, like something internally in me is screaming at me that bread's not good for you.
Well, part of it, though, is you don't make your own bread.
I don't. I buy bread.
You buy bread, and
Yeah.
that bread is terrible for you.
Yeah, I feel like bread is just bad for you.
Bread's definitely not good for you, but I think if you make it yourself, it's way better for you.
Okay. Like,
Try
I like
making bread.
I have made bread. I used to make a ton of bread.
Yeah?
Like everybody else during COVID. Yeah, I made like sourdoughs and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The beer bread.
The beer bread was...
Oh, dude, the
loved
beer bread
that.
was nuts. And it was the easiest bread you can make.
It was so
You
good.
don't need to proof it or anything.
Yeah, that's
It's
insane.
just like flour, sugar, salt, and a beer.
Yeah.
Then you mix it up, and you just put it in a little buttered pan, slather it in butter.
Yeah, I love
That's how you
that
get
bread.
the
That
outside
bread
all-
got me real fat.
That's the thing, though. Bread makes you so fat.
Yeah, it does. It's not... Bread was invented to help people survive famine.
Yeah, I know, but now we
Yeah.
just eat it all the time.
Now we have it with every meal. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fair.
I
That's fair.
feel the best.
Same with sugar, though. We put sugar in everything.
Yeah, it's true.
We
Sugar is
started-
the worst thing.
We started harvesting sugar because we were like, hey, look at this. It's
just
fucking
energy.
super calorically dense. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can save ourselves.
You ever see those old ads for sugar that were like marketed to women to lose weight as just a meal alternative?
What,
Like,
just have sugar?
Yeah, because the way women used to eat is actually fucked if you really look into it. Because guys expect 3 meals a day with meat and bread
Yeah.
and everything, right? But there was a time where it was like unladylike to eat lunch. You know what I mean? You like maybe eat something in the morning and then you do your housework all day and then you eat dinner. And they would talk about like what normal people would describe as like it's lunchtime and I'm hungry. They would call it like the mid-afternoon cravings. And they'd be like, don't give in to them because then you're going
'Cause
to
you'll
get
get
fat,
fat.
and then your husband won't love you anymore. Right? So they
Facts.
fucking on the money.
Damn.
Right?
Genius times. No,
But
that's
what they used to
horrible.
do is they used to like market like sugar packets and stuff to women as like, oh, like you want to satisfy those cravings but don't want to eat anything?
have a pack of sugar.
Have a pack of sugar, just eat like a spoonful of sugar and like that'll carry you through. Which is fucking
Why wouldn't they
bonkers.
just be like, here's a cigarette and
Well,
a
they did that
coffee?
too. Well, that too. Like
Yeah.
you can a coffee
That's
and
how
a
I get
cigarette
through.
will suppress your appetite, but only for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's
true.
my favorite. Like black coffee, cigarette. That'll carry me through. I don't need breakfast if I'm doing that. I'll eat at like 3 p.m. for the first time.
Yeah.
I can get that far. But then I'm hungry.
But then I'm mocking.
I am mucking a 2,000 calorie meal.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man, I was thinking about something.
Yep. This one's super off the cuff today. I like it.
Yeah. I was thinking about this. It kind of in comparison to old-timey days when those ridiculous thoughts were being had.
You just have like a Vesper martini for lunch. And
Yeah, like time, our sense of time and our value of time has changed immensely in the last 100 years.
yeah, it's electric lights and coffee.
You think that's what it is?
It's 100% what it is, yeah.
Because, like,
Fucked everything up.
I look at people back in the day and, like, dudes who would grind back in the day. Like, they're working 10-hour days, 6 days a week. They got Sunday off.
Yep. For church.
Yeah, and they did way better
Yeah.
than we do.
Yeah. There's lots of reasons for that. Economic and
You think
otherwise.
so?
Yeah. But coffee and electric lights fucked everything up. Because it used to be like, once like the sun was down, that was it. You couldn't really do much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
I
just had
guess.
to, like,
you just had to
You,
wait.
you could have like a fire in
yeah,
your
and
home.
true, businesses and stuff weren't open.
They weren't. They closed at like 6.
Yeah,
At the
that's why
latest.
your wife had to be home, because she had to get all that shit done, because
Yeah.
you couldn't, because you worked.
Exactly. But like and like even further back, like we're talking like 500 years ago, like you could have like a fire
Yeah,
around where you are,
and you
right?
could sit
You could
and
like
eat.
sit and eat and hang out. But like generally you're going to sleep because you're up when the sun's up, and in the summer that's like 5 in the
Now,
morning.
hold up, though. Wasn't this a thing that in old-timey European days, they used to come home and go to sleep and then get up in the middle of the night?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were up from midnight to 3 or something,
Yeah,
right?
it was like this weird time. It's where you like fuck your wife and stuff.
Yeah, like, what was that? Do
I
you
don't
know
know.
about this?
I don't know, really.
I want to look into that, because I always hear about it, like, people always bring it up, that it was a thing that happened that we used to do, that, like,
Yeah.
society used to just go to bed.
Because I think it's you would go to bed when the sun went down.
And then
you're
you'd-
also beat from like working in the fields all day.
And then you'd get back up at like 1 a.m., whatever.
yeah, do some shit.
Do some stuff, go hang out at the pub, have a couple pints, whatever. And then they'd go home, go back to bed, and they'd start the day again at like 8.
Yeah, probably.
Which is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done that, and it works.
It works?
Oh, it's very doable. Yeah.
Huh.
You've never done it?
No, because
Oh,
I couldn't go to we talked about it earlier, but I hate going to sleep that early.
I've come home before, gone to bed, like gotten home from work, gone to sleep, and then I wake up at like 11 or midnight,
Yeah,
and then go out for a couple pints, hang out with some friends, and I go back to sleep, and I wake up in the morning, I feel fine.
I think a lot of places did this too, where it was super hot,
Yeah,
right?
because it was a chance to socialize, not in the fucking heat.
Yeah, like I mean, like Latin countries and stuff did that, and Spain had like I think they call them siestas.
Argentina's notorious for it.
They just, like-
Buenos Aires, like,
Yeah.
apparently, it's a capital city.
Yeah,
And apparently, if you roll around at, like, I think it's 3 o'clock, there's dudes that, like, just sleeping in their delivery trucks and stuff. Like, everyone's just asleep.
because it's so fucking hot.
Well, and it's just like, that's what they do. 3 o'clock rolls around, it's like nap time.
I had a nap today at 3 o'clock.
Yeah?
Yeah, an
You
hour
felt
nap.
better?
Dude, I felt so much better.
I think we should start doing it every day.
I can nap at any point. It actually bugs my fiance
Yeah.
incredibly because like she gets jealous because I can fall asleep within 20 minutes if I make up my mind.
If you're like, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, like I'm taking a nap. I can. It doesn't matter. I could be sitting on the couch. I do the fucking thing that I used to make fun of my dad for doing. You like cross your arms
And
and you start sleeping like
Yeah.
that. I can do that.
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
No problem. It's awesome.
yeah, I'll lay down. I'll, like, sit down on the couch. Same kind of thing. And I put if my feet are up, then I'm like,
Oh, dude, the feet up changes it.
yeah. Like,
Right.
if I had a lazy boy, I'd fucking nap in the lazy boy all the time.
Yeah, you could see why dudes did it.
Yeah.
Especially like if you had a fucking lazy boy for a while and that was your spot. You
Yeah.
like work a little groove into it.
Oh, yeah, now
Where
it's
it's
fitted.
just so comfortable.
Yeah, you, like, sit down, recline it back, throw some bullshit on TV, and are like, yep.
Your cup holder
Yeah.
with
I'm
something
sleeping
nice.
now.
Oh fuck! I could do that right now.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually.
You're
yeah.
like even if you had the lady boy or not lady boy.
Even if you're in Thailand.
Go home, sit on my lady boy.
Yeah,
that
sit on my lady boy and fucking get...
Just put me
Yeah.
to sleep. Yeah, this is my lady boy. I've dug a little rut in there.
Oh God,
It fits just me. Be in that for hours.
oh, that's fucked up.
That's what a fucking.
I was thinking about something because I despise this city's construction.
Yeah, it's tough. Right
I don't
now.
know if you have construction in your city. Probably.
Probably it's construction season.
Yeah. Fuck construction.
Try going north to south in the city.
It's impossible.
You can't.
Man, it's not even us though. It's like everywhere you go. But I find here, like the perfect construction crew is like you've got Buddy, who's the foreman. He sits in his truck, tinted windows up, AC on all day.
Yeah.
And like you come up, he rolls the window halfway down, yells something at the worker, and then rolls it back up.
Then the window never goes all the way down
No,
because you're
'cause
letting
he doesn't want the AC out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got all your workers fucking around. There's one dude, usually the fucking new guy, busting ass.
Digging.
And then everyone else is just standing there watching him.
Yeah.
Hacking darts. Maybe they walk around, like move a piece of equipment somewhere. And then the machine operators seem to do like some of the most work.
Yeah. Well, the
'Cause-
machine is doing the work.
Yeah, they're just driving. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I mean, we say this, it's probably an incredibly hard job.
Oh,
I wouldn't
it
want to be
definitely
working
is.
on the road
I would
right
not
now.
want to be a road worker.
No, it sounds awful.
We do have a bylaw here that I can't stand, that they can't work past 11
AM?
p.m.
Okay. I was going to say.
Like, I don't even know if it's that. I think they can't work past 6 or 7.
Okay.
That's why they're always done early. But it's bullshit because it ruins productivity. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're in a major city
Yeah.
and there's road work, that shit should be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
So they do
until
in
it's
China.
done. That's what they do in
They just
Toronto.
work it in shifts.
That's what they do in Toronto. That's what they do in LA, Dallas, fucking
Yeah.
Chicago, every major city on the continent. Road work is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week till that shit is done.
think you'd be able
you
to get
rotate
more
guys on
done
shifts.
At night.
You get
it's
because
not
there's
as
no
hot.
traffic. It's
There's no
easier to move
traffic.
trucks around and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's so dumb.
That is so dumb.
It's
Just
so
pay him a
dumb.
shift premium. I bet guys would line up to do it.
Dude, I would do night work, road work. You're not in the heat and you'd make an extra like fucking $4 an hour.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, there's tons of work to be done, apparently.
Yeah.
Do you see the one street in Toronto they're redoing? 15 years it's going to take?
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
What's-
It's like 10 to 15 years they're planning.
What's the
I
street?
can't remember. It's fucking...
Spadina or something?
I think it's part of the Gardner.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be 10 to 15 years to, like, redo this stretch of road.
Do they ever redo Spadina?
I'm not sure. I don't live there.
Because I
I'm
feel
sure they
like you could do Spadina in chunks.
I'm sure they
Because it's all
do.
broken up by tracks. You just literally walk up and like jam a crowbar under a piece and pull it up. You know what I mean? Like throw some new asphalt in there.
Just
It's
like-
mostly tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
It's all like divided up into little pieces because there's tracks everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, last time I was in Toronto going down Spadina, like with the streetcars, those streetcar drivers do not give a fuck.
If you walk in front of them, they'll hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw someone try to pull a Yui, and it was like, oh, this guy might be in the way of the streetcar. And the streetcar guy is just fucking cruising. And he's just cruising up. And like the ass end of this car is still kind of in his lane. He's just cruising.
Yeah,
cruising.
he'll just hit it.
And they pull forward, and he misses by, I swear to God,
like
like
an
an
inch.
eighth of an inch.
Yeah.
And he's just like not even fucking
They don't
worried
give a
about it.
fuck,
They don't
man.
give a fuck. They
Yeah.
hit somebody, they get to go home early, I bet.
Yeah, and they get like a week off.
Yeah. Fucking you dumbass.
Yeah,
You
they're
see
like-
these tracks. You see
Yeah,
all the
you
signs
know
saying,
where I'm going.
don't stop on the tracks. He can't swerve out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Do they steer?
I think so. No. I don't think they do.
What do they do?
Throttle.
That's all they do?
Throttle, they hit the button when they're going to the next stop, and they open the doors.
That's it.
Probably.
Like, it must know what track it's supposed to go on, right? And when it turns and stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
they
like any-
must turn. Because they go on different tracks.
The tracks change.
Do they?
Yeah, have you ever seen how railroad tracks change?
Yeah, I know, but do they do it for the ones for
I'm
streetcars?
assuming so.
That seems dangerous.
What,
What
do
if
you mean?
my foot gets caught in there?
Then you get hit by a streetcar. And the
I
guy
don't
gets
know
to
if I
go.
like that very much.
It's probably in spots that people wouldn't step.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. Could you imagine fucking crossing the street, your foot gets crushed
Yeah.
by the track changing, and then the fucking streetcar's
You just watch
coming?
this train come at you?
You get hit by a streetcar going 15 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, bro, that would suck.
It would just
He'd
smear
slowly
you.
smear you. Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
All the while, the guy behind the throttle
It's like,
sticks
I
just,
don't
like,
give a fuck.
slowing down just a
They
little.
must hit people constantly.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy who used to drive subways,
Oh, yeah.
the subway trains, and he's like, dude, someone gets hit weekly.
Yeah, they jump and stuff.
There's jumpers, there's homeless people sleeping on the tracks.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah,
fucked.
people, like, homeless people will fight and they'll both, like fall into
And
the...
they get hit.
Yeah, and he says it just... There's a constant stream of the drivers for these trains just, like, having to go on leave.
Because they killed someone.
Yeah, because you get, like, a month.
That's fucked.
And, like, dude, like, he said he knew guys that had hit, like, 4 or 5 people. And they stick with him.
And they still keep working?
Yeah, they keep working it. But they get their, like, month off of, like, PTSD leave or whatever. But, yeah, they just keep to just hit people. And it's always, like, homeless people, so it never makes the news.
Yeah,
Right? It's not going to be, like, 7 people hit by the subway this fucking
Yeah, it's just
month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or jumpers, which, like,
yeah,
no
or
one's
jumpers.
reporting
yeah,
on
no
a
one
suicide.
reports a suicide.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's fucked. They're constantly hitting people.
That's fucked up.
It seems like a really selfish way to go.
Yeah, you're inconveniencing everyone's commute.
Not
Yeah.
just the commute, the guy driving it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy at the front that has to see you. Like, ah! You know?
Hey! Hey! Ah!
I'm crazy. Jump in front holding a sign that says look out. Never mind, it's not selfish, it's funny. That's how you do it.
That's
Fucking
so
don't just take yourself out, ruin someone's day.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're gonna do it though, like, go out with a bang. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, go out with a bang. I expect, I
When
expect
we
a
do
show.
it, it's gonna be fun.
I want a show.
If you can get someone else involved who could do it with you, even better.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Like
One of them's gonna bitch out though for sure.
the second guy.
Yeah, the second guy's bitching out. You're like,
Imagine
whoa!
It's just like, oh my god, like there's some commotion in the streets and we're having like a duel.
Yeah.
Like a fucking...
Dude, that would be sick.
We're like in the streets and everyone's like, oh my god, and they crowd around. Boom! Pull it out, shoot ourselves. You could watch that and no one would believe you. Yeah, I watched 2 guys are having like an Old West duel, but they just shot themselves. You're like, nah.
Nah, you didn't. No, man. Or fuck it. Honestly, I would love to just go out onto like a busy Toronto street and just walk out in the middle of the street in a cowboy outfit with a fucking...
And just like...
And just have someone else lined up and be like... Yeah.
What are the rules in the duel? When is it the time thing, or do you just draw when the first person goes?
I don't know.
I think you both like just look at each other's hands, and the first one to go for it, that's when you like no. I'm pretty sure there are places like I'm pretty sure the UK still has like duel laws.
Yeah, where you have to duel someone if they challenge you.
No, if both people agree to the duel,
They can duel.
they can duel.
That'd be sick.
I think Canada had it for fist fights. You can challenge someone to a fist fight, and if they agree,
Then
then
it's
you
legal.
don't get charged for assault unless you like fucking kill the guy.
Yeah. We should have those.
It makes sense. That's how guys solve problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kick the fuck out of each other for a little bit.
Dude, or honestly, I'd be super down for like a sword duel.
Mm,
You don't like that, eh?
no.
I would fuck somebody up.
They say no one wins a knife fight, right?
Yeah, but a
I
sword
feel like
fight.
it's more... I feel like it's more likelihood that both people are just gonna like get severely maimed.
You know what I've actually been really wanting to take on as an extracurricular, although I was
Fencing?
bitching about... Yes, fencing.
Yeah?
Yeah, seriously, I think I want to try fencing. How hard is it to get into?
Incredibly.
You
I
think so?
Yeah. The precision. I've seen how like fencers train, right? Because it's all about like, it's not slashing, right?
Yeah.
You have to like connect the tip. The tip has like a little button thing
Yeah.
that when it makes contact with a body will score a point, right? And then there's a wire running down your arm, and that's how you get points, right?
They do it without, and they slash. They'll, if it like grazes you, it cuts. It'll cut through that suit.
Mm-hmm. But they'll like hang like a piece of string with like a nut, like a washer on it, and they'll just sit there and like put the tip of the sword through it, like as it moves and shit.
What?
Which is so incredibly difficult.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. It's like they're...
Why do rich people fence?
The rich people have dumb sports.
No, I don't agree with this.
Because you know what it is? You know what it is? Rich people like to think they're tough. Especially rich young people.
Yep.
Right? Like very privileged upbringings.
Okay.
They like to feel rough and tough and like they're like men. Right? So fencing is like sword fighting. So it makes them feel like
a knight.
Like a knight.
Okay, but I'm wondering this. Mm-hmm. Why continue this tradition? Because there's a couple of things that rich people do. Fencing is one of them where it's like, why do they still do this? It must come up for them.
What do you mean? Like, is our son going to be into fencing?
No, it must come up for them that there's a thing where at some point rich people have to use fencing. You know?
Well, it's
there's
probably
stuff
like
we don't know
polo.
about that they do.
You think it's like polo and shit like that? Like this is like their connections? Like they know people?
Well,
who also
connections
do this?
is part of it. So that's probably a big part is it's wealthy. You have to be wealthy to do it. And so they know that the only other people involved are quite wealthy.
Mm-hmm. It's like what like the petite bourgeoisie, they always like to golf.
Yeah, I
know what I mean? Yeah, but like we like golfing and stuff. But then there's like people that are rich, but they're not like rich.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And they golf
like net worth $4 million.
Yeah,
and they like to golf with other guys like that because then that's how they make their business deals and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what is it? What was the stat?
I don't know.
I think it's 85. Let's say it's high 80s percent of deals over 500,000 are done on a golf course.
That's crazy.
Something like that.
Well,
or
you get a couple
over $1 million
beers in
are
you,
done on a golf
get a little
course.
loose. Golf's a fun time. You're more agreeable.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, and you schmooze people. People like the course.
People like the course.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think fencing is the way to go.
Fencing?
Yeah.
Water polo.
Huh?
Water polo.
No, I don't want water polo.
No?
I don't want none of that.
Why not?
Because I don't want
Can you
anything to
swim?
do with water polo.
Can you swim?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a great swimmer.
Okay.
I was on track to be an Olympic diver. I was, no joke. I had an Olympic coach, a gold medal Olympian. She's a Romanian. Why are you laughing?
I'm not.
Why are you laughing?
I'm trying really hard not to.
I was a diver for like years and years and years as a child.
Okay.
That's all I did. It was my mom's passion, not mine.
Living vicariously.
Yeah.
You'll be an Olympic diver.
Yeah, it was.
We'll
a
go
rough
swimming
time.
sometime. I want to see the form. We'll go to the aquatic center. I want to
God.
see it. See if there's any muscle memory in there. All right, we should wrap this up.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for listening, folks. This is a good one. It's fucking, I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Fucking
fair enough.
pig.
Folks, stay reasonable.
Keep doubting. Love you always.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Have a good one. Peace.
Reasonable Doubt Podcast. If you guys like funny, hilarious, goofy, goober, silly boys podcast, that is a good place to find yourself.
That was a good one.